think so. It's a TIE fighter.
You suck. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another Star Wars review, and today we're taking a look at the Force Awakens First Order TIE Fighter. This, of course, being one of the vehicles that we get for the 3 3/4 inch figures from the new Force Awakens movie line. I have already reviewed Poe's Black X-Wing, which was pretty cool. I did like it. Now, I picked the TIE Fighter up because it was on sale. Normally, this is $39.99 at retail, and I have been meaning to pick it up since it hit the shelves. I just, for some reason, every time I went to go get one, something new had come out, and I picked it up instead. But I found this piece at a local Kroger store here on the south side of Indianapolis, and it was on sale for 50% off. So I got this for $20. And while I thought the X-Wing was pretty neat, but it was just a little bit too much for what you got, I think $20 on this piece is going to be just fine. I'm really happy about that. So I figure I'd go ahead, pick it up, and give it a review. Looking at the package, we got the Star Wars Force Awakens with Kylo Ren up here at the top. We have a couple TIE Fighters flying away from a few X-Wings, looking really, really cool. It's got the little missile gimmick down there. It comes with a 3 3/4 inch First Order Stormtrooper, but a TIE Fighter pilot, which is pretty cool. Now, the top of the box has the Star Wars logo. Again, this is a really thin box. On this side, it's got the the TIE Fighter pilot, Star Wars up at the top, and on this side really has nothing. It just says Star Wars right there. It's got the little logo that all the toys are coming with. Nothing on the bottom of the box. Here is the back of the packaging, and it's got a picture of the TIE Fighter. It looks like how you put the TIE Fighter pilot in there. Some other toys and figures that you can get. It's got a picture of how the gimmicks work. Much like the old toy from the 80s, the wings will pop off, which is really cool. It's got missiles, and then there's a spinning gun down there. Here's our pilot, and then we have a write-up up here at the top. If you want to pause and read, you can definitely do so. Make sure all the words are in it. So there's the other half. So yeah, definitely pretty cool. I'm really excited to get this out of the box and see what it's like. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what it comes with. Alright, so here we have the TIE Fighter out of the package, and much like the X-Wing, there is some assembly required, which that is not a bad thing. I think the old toys had a little bit of assembly required as well, but pretty much this is basically putting the top and bottom piece onto the TIE Fighter itself. And dog here. And then you got the wings, and the wings are ejectable, which is kind of cool, and it comes with the 3 3/4 inch figure. The neat thing about the figure is it comes with a helmet that you can put on there and take it off, which is a nice feature. I really do like that. And then it comes with an itty-bitty little gun that a small child can swallow, or it gets lost in the rug. So yeah, there it is. So definitely pretty cool. And then we get a bag with the missiles. It looks like a gun, and then the bottom part of the TIE Fighter and the top door of the TIE Fighter. So definitely pretty cool. First impressions, I really like it. There's a lot of detail. There's some nice paint apps, and you know, it comes with a figure, and you can't really go wrong with that. So yeah, definitely pretty cool. Alright, so now we have all the parts out of the box. Let's go ahead and assemble our TIE Fighter. So here we have the TIE Fighter fully assembled. And I gotta say, this piece right here was very difficult to get in there. It just did not want to go in at all. Overall, the build was relatively easy. The piece down here to actually connect to the bottom of the TIE Fighter for this gun two things. One, that was really hard to snap in there. I mean, you really got to put some force to get it to snap in there. And secondly, I don't know why that's there. I don't understand why they couldn't just assemble that themselves and maybe have you put the gun piece in there. That was just really kind of silly. I thought maybe this whole base would turn, but no, it's just this piece. So yeah, the other thing I noticed on the back of the package, the TIE Fighter guns themselves down there, they're red. See how the missiles are red, and then the gun bits are red. And on the package, those little gun bits are neon green, which is kind of different. So yeah, definitely interesting. Overall, I do like it. I appreciate it. I think it looks cool. For the most part, the plastic is made of a very durable feeling, solid plastic, especially the wings. I was very impressed with that. Those are nice and thick. Now, like the X-Wing, there is a little bit of warpage on this. Mainly this wing right here is just slightly warped a little in this one triangular bit here, but with I think if I put it up some heat, I can get that straightened out. That's not a problem. Other than that, they're actually pretty straight, unlike the guns that were on the X-Wing. The other parts are pretty decent. This piece up here, it spins pretty well, but I feel like that could probably break off. And then the gun bits down here, while the back is really solid and the joint is solid, I think the two barrels, they feel like if you crush them the wrong way, they could break off as well. So FYI for any parent buying this for a kid. That being said, I like this piece, especially for $20. I think they did a really good job. Lots of nice detail. I like the plastic. It's got kind of a smoky tint to it, which really matches the really dark charcoal gray, blackish color of the X-Wing itself. We get the red stripe on the side like we saw in the movie. I really like the update to the TIE Fighter. I think they did a good job with it. While the classic light bluish style TIE Fighter was very cool in the original trilogy, I just like the dark black color. It's more ominous, I think. And then we got the jets on the back. And if you didn't know, TIE actually stands for Twin Ion Engines, which is very, very cool. I do dig that. We got the panels. Very nice. Lots and lots of good detail. So just kind of a close-up. I mean, detailed all around. Very, very nice. Here's the back of the TIE, and we've got the window back here. This can seat two figures, which is very cool. Love the engines, love that red paint. Here's the bottom. That's the button that fires the missiles. We got the little rotating gun, which is very cool. Here's the front of the TIE. I mean, that just looks really, really nice. I am digging it. And I like how the missiles look like additional cannons when they're in there until you launch them. I think that is a really nice play gimmick. And then here's the internal bit here. Looks nice. Now this is the button to actually get it to dispense the wing. So if you want to do that, we'll do that real quick. Boom, there it is. Now you're like, and my set has fallen. So our TIE Fighter crashed, but that's okay because the set is now fixed. And then you get this antenna piece, which is kind of cool. It's just like a little antenna, but it can fold down. Maybe that's like the damage. So when it gets hit, it's like, that's the official sound effect, which is pretty neat. So let's test out the missiles. So let's see if I can shoot these off without losing them. There they go, and now they're on the other side of the room, so let's retrieve the missiles. Alright, so we have retrieved the missiles from the other side of the room. Really like the spring in the missiles, and I like how it's got the neon green, so it kind of gives that little trail as it fires off. That is a really cool play gimmick detail. I'm very happy about that. Very neat, very cool. And then just to put the wing back on, there's a little lip there. I mean, it's spring-loaded just like the old TIE Fighter was back in the day. I don't know if this is the same size as the original TIE Fighter. I want to say it's smaller, but maybe that's because I'm bigger. I don't know. But this thing is definitely cool. I am liking it. I think it's got a lot of fun play gimmicks. I think they did a good job with the detail. Now, to look at the inside of the cockpit, we're going to lift this up. And there we go. There's the inside of the cockpit. And you know what, let me take the wings off to make this a little bit easier, maybe. Oh my gosh, and it just crashed everywhere. Let's pull this one here. We'll do that so maybe we can get a better light in here. That really didn't do much, but yeah, definitely kind of cool. You can fit two figures, one pointing this way and one pointing that way. I think that is really neat that they did that. And this is now a totally crashed TIE Fighter. Let me go get the other wing and reassemble this bad boy. Found it. So yeah, the spring load is very, very nicely done in this set. I'm very impressed with it. They're definitely, and they secure in really well, which is very, very cool. I feel like the play gimmicks on this toy are a lot better than the play gimmicks on the X-Wing. I don't know why, but I do. Maybe it's because I just like the Empire better than I do the Rebel Alliance, which translates into me liking the First Order better than the Resistance. So in addition to the really cool TIE Fighter toy, we get a really cool little pilot, which is very, very nice. So let's go ahead and zoom in and take a better look at the TIE Fighter pilot. And here we have a nice look at the TIE Fighter pilot. Now, this is a pretty cool looking little figure. There's a lot of detail on it, even though it's a monochrome black, I mean, which they are. But I like the fact that we're able to take the little helmet on and off. I think that's pretty cool, so you can see the TIE Fighter pilot himself. He also comes with a little gun, which I like that. However, I do have a gripe about it, and I'll talk about that here in a second. Here's a close-up of our little TIE Fighter pilot. And he kind of looks like Mr. Bean to me. He's very pale. He needs some sun, but it's sculpted well, painted nice. Definitely dig that. Love all the detail, all the wrinkles. Very cool. Boots, the shiny boots. Lots of nice detail. We got the First Order logo, which is very Empire looking to me. Very cool. Ah, where are you going? And here's the backside. Very nice. I like the ridges in the neck. The little plastic tubing neck piece is very cool. Now, he does have his little helmet, and this just slides on over that, and then there's a piece that you just kind of push into the chest to clamp it on there, and there he is. There's your TIE Fighter pilot, and that looks freaking awesome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I wish that the goggle pieces would fold down over the eyes. Other than that, I can't complain. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's, well, a TIE Fighter pilot. He also comes with this little gun, which is pretty cool. If we can get this to focus on the gun and not the pilot. Hello, focus. It's not going to focus. There it goes. Detail's nice. It's very cool, but it's very tiny. It does fit in his hand well. Like that. So, boo, pew, 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 pew. There it is. Articulation on this guy, very basic. His shoulders move up and down, his legs move up and down, and then his head, when not in this helmet, will rotate. When you do rotate it in the helmet, this piece comes off. So once you get the helmet on, he's pretty much static, which is fine because he's just going to sit into the TIE Fighter itself. Now, the only gripe that I've got with this figure is that there's no way to store that pistol. There's nothing on his leg or his back or on his belt that you can put that little pistol in when he's not using it, when he's in the TIE Fighter itself. He just has to hold it when he's in there so you don't lose it. But other than that, I really don't have many gripes or complaints about this piece at all. Alright, so getting the TIE Fighter pilot into the TIE itself, way better than getting Poe into his X-Wing, which is nice because that was a pain in the tush. Now, the only thing is that little gun. That little gun. Like I said, that's probably going to get lost somewhere. You're going to have to put it in his hand, I think, and just have him hold it in there so you don't lose it. Now, when you put this guy in there, you can hold one hand down like this when you get in there, but depending on which side, actually it doesn't really, because it's going to be the left hand. It's going to have to go up because there's a control panel inside there that this hand has to be up and on for him to fit proper, so that you can get the other figure in there as well. And the legs you're going to have to squish just a little bit when it goes in, but nowhere near as bad as Poe. So we're going to put him in like thus. So there he is inside there. Let me go get a stormtrooper or something and see if we can get that to fit the other way. Alright, so here I got my flame trooper, minus the flame pack, because that's not going to fit in there. Let's see if he will fit into the, I don't know, his legs don't go up all that high, but let's see if we can get him in here. Let's see, it's an experiment. Is it going to fit? Can we get him in? His legs are too wide, so let's squidge him just a little bit so we can see if we can get him in there. Come on, buddy. Come on, come on, and is it going to work? Is it? Can we get him in? We cannot. His legs will not fit proper. That makes me very sad. So I think you're probably going to have to get another TIE Fighter pilot to fit in there because his legs are just too wide and they don't go far enough up like the TIE Fighter pilot's legs do. Maybe General Hux can fit in this. I don't know. Well, shucky darn, we tried. I even like the detail on the top of the canopy here. That looks really, really nice. So, very cool. That closes down like that. And there it is. Can we see the TIE Fighter highlight in there? Can we see him? Can we see him? I don't think we can see him. But yeah, definitely very cool. I am really, really digging this. While I'm really digging this TIE Fighter, I mean, really, aside from the fact I wanted to review it, the whole reason to get this thing is to display it with an X-Wing. So let's go ahead and bring in Poe's black X-Wing and see what we think. Alright, so here we have the TIE Fighter with the X-Wing side by side, and the TIE Fighter looks massive in comparison to this X-Wing. And it just seems a little out of scale to me. I'm really, really wondering if this is the same size as the original TIE Fighter that came out back in the 80s. Man, I wish I had one of those for comparison. If you know, please put a comment down below. If you've got an original TIE Fighter and this one, I'd really like to know the size comparison to these. Because I know the X-Wing's a lot smaller than the original X-Wing toy. And, I mean, that really shows off here, I think. Because it's, I'm thinking those might be the 80s model. But overall, I mean, to be honest, I'm thinking the TIE Fighter looks a lot cooler than the X-Wing. I really do. I like the color that this is, and in fact, I wish this color, this kind of dark, super charcoal gray-black color, was the color that this X-Wing was, because that's what it looks like in the movie. This looks too light to me after seeing the film 3 times. I mean, I like it, it's cool, but it doesn't feel as solid of plastic as the TIE Fighter here does, and the TIE Fighter is painted better. It's a lot darker. Now, I like the orange, the faded orange on this one, but I just want the X-Wing to be darker. I don't know why. And I think I'm going to have to get the white and blue X-Wing to go with this, so we've got a couple X-Wings, and I may have to get another TIE Fighter if I can find it on sale. But yeah, I mean, it's neat to have them together, but sitting side by side, to be honest, I think the TIE Fighter wins out. So, I mean, these are going to go, and I'm actually displaying them by hanging them from the ceiling, so they will be a little far apart, so maybe the X-Wings will be back up in the corner, and the TIE Fighter being a bit more prominent to give a bit of scale. I don't know. I'll have to play with it and see how I like it. But, yeah, I mean, overall, I'm thinking the TIE Fighter is cooler than the X-Wing. So is the Star Wars The Force Awakens First Order TIE Fighter something that you want in your Star Wars collection? I'm going to say yes, absolutely. Especially if you collect the 3 3/4 inch series figures. This is a really nice vehicle to go with. I did get the X-Wing like I had said and shown in this video, and if you get the X-Wing, you need a TIE Fighter. I mean, that's just kind of a yin and a yang, right? But definitely pretty cool. I am liking it. The price point. So this retails for about $40, you know, at Walmart, Toys R Us, wherever you go to shop for toys. And, I mean, to be honest, $40 is not a bad price for this. And I say that because of the size of the vehicle, you get a figure, it's a very durable plastic. For the most part, there are a few small bits that may get broken off from really, you know, rough and tumble child, but, you know, thus is the life of toys. As far as a collector goes, I think a collector is going to like it for the most part. It looks nice. It's not the near $200 price point that the 6-inch Black Series version is, which I really, really like that, and I may get that still. I don't know. That thing is just so large that it just seems like I'm not going to have any space to actually store it, whereas the 3 3/4 inch version, I do, and I like that. So the vehicles, I really like in the 3 3/4 inch scale. It's got the detail I like. It's durable. It has a lot of fun playability factor, which is great for a toy. It looks cool. It's painted well, and it's a solid piece. And if you can find this for 20 bucks, absolutely pick it up. I highly recommend it. It's way better than the X-Wing, in my opinion. So there is the First Order TIE Fighter from Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And as always, look for more videos in the future.